Who is the most evil character in ReZero? Well, the result will of course shock you. 126,702 people lost their lives as a result of this individual, this villain. Most of you will initially go to some of the antagonists of the series. Some of you will say Elsa, or you might even say a Sin Archbishop, such as the Sin Archbishop of Sloth, Petelguese. However, all of these villains pale in comparison to, in fact, the main character of the series, Subaru, namely the Purge King. For those of you that don't know who Purge King Subaru is, we need to sort of go back a bit and look at the alternative routes of ReZero that Subaru can take over the course of the story. As many of you know, the main route, the anime, the light novel, the web novel, all partakes in what is known as the envy route of ReZero. Think of it as the main canon of what Subaru should actually be doing. However, what happens is the author Natsuki Subaru likes to do these sort of spin-off stories of alternative sort of paths Subaru can take. And these different paths are represented by a different sin. Purge King Subaru is a creation which occurs during the Wrath-If route of ReZero. The branch occurs during Arc 2. Most of you know this scene very well. This is the scene where Subaru jumps off the cliff in order to go back and save Rem and Ram. However, it happens a bit differently in Wrath-If. Instead of jumping off the cliff to save Rem and Ram, Subaru doesn't realize that the people holding his hand was Rem and Ram. Remember, Subaru used to have nightmares when he was sleeping. The people that would provide Subaru with comfort was Rem and Ram, and they would hold his hand. Subaru never found this out, and therefore he didn't really trust Rem and Ram, and he took Beatrice's offer. Remember, Beatrice said, "If you want, I could help you escape." And Subaru takes her up on that advice, and he runs away. He runs and runs and runs, eventually being tracked down by Ram near the country of Gustico in the cold. Ram, of course, tries to strangle Subaru to death. However, she passes out before she could kill Subaru. And then Subaru picks up a large rock and smashes it across Ram's head. And with that, we enter Purge King Subaru. So why is Purge King Subaru the most evil character in ReZero? And that's simply because he doesn't care about life, similar to, say, the Sin Archbishops. However, with the Sin Archbishops, usually there's a reason for this, right? So, for example, if we take the Sin Archbishop of Sloth, Petelguese, we've seen what he looks like before accepting the Sloth Witch Factor and after accepting the Sloth Witch Factor. We know that the Witch Factor itself caused him to turn mad. And that's the reason why he acts so evil. It's not really his fault. He's mind broken. He's been deceived. He's been manipulated. He's driven to madness. However, Purge King Subaru is evil because he knows it's the most effective method. The reason why he likes people is because they have weaknesses. They have friends. They have families. They have things that can be exploited, like money. And Subaru will use all of these things in order to kill people. Doesn't matter who they are. If you cross Subaru, he'll kill you, kill your family, and burn down your house. That's how Purge King Subaru operates. Even Beetlejuice didn't go that far. Even Regulus wouldn't do that. But Purge King Subaru will. Even Subaru's most trusted advisors, Halibel and Cecilus. These were people Subaru wanted to kill, even though these people would die to protect him. That's simply because Subaru did not trust them. It didn't really matter who you were, Subaru simply would not trust you. After all, he trusted Rem and Ram, and what happened? They killed him, they tortured him. So why would he trust anyone ever again? Even near the end of the story, Subaru discards Emilia like a piece of garbage because he can no longer trust her. And it's because of this mistrust that Subaru will just kill anyone in his way, including his friends, including those who would protect him. I mean, in the story, he even killed Beatrice. And so why is Purge King Subaru the most evil character, even though there are other iterations of Subaru which are pretty evil, like, I don't know, Pride Subaru? The reason is very, very simple. Pride Subaru is only an antagonist in Lagunica. His purpose is to make Emilia the king. However, that doesn't work the same for Wrath If Subaru. Purge King Subaru becomes the enemy of the world. This is actually stated. He is an enemy of the world. Not just Lagunica, but Wallachia, but Kararagi, and also Gastico. You need to realize that who showed up to stop Purge King Subaru? It was Reinhard. Does that seem a bit weird? Well, it is weird. Do you know why? Because there exists a law known as the Reinhard Law. This law prevents Reinhard from traveling outside of Lagunica. And where was Subaru's home base of operation? The Pleiades team, the organization located in Pandemonium, was located in Kararagi. Yet, if you've read the story, Reinhard shows up to stop Subaru. So the Reinhard Law, which prevents Reinhard from leaving Lagunica, was abandoned because they needed Reinhard to stop Purge King Subaru because he was the enemy of the world. There was no other option. Cecilis and Halibel was on Subaru's side. There was no one else that could stop Subaru. He was too strong. He was too powerful. He killed anyone that got in his way. So the only option was to abandon the Reinhard Law and get Reinhard to go kill Subaru. Not only that, Reinhard was not given a collar of submission, which would have limited his power. Reinhard was given free reign to travel to different countries to find and kill Subaru, which again goes to show how destructive Purge King Subaru was. And of course, the final most important thing to do with Purge King Subaru is one of the ways he decides on how to kill you. Most of you know that Purge King Subaru would always have a coin with him, and it's a very simple process to decide whether or not you live or die. Purge King Subaru would just simply flip a coin. Heads, you live. Tails, you die. It doesn't matter how well Subaru knows you. Doesn't matter if you get along with him. He'll simply flip a coin, and if it's tails, you die. And the reason why he does this? Because he simply doesn't trust you. Doesn't matter what you say to him. He just simply doesn't trust you. And that all stemmed from his time at the Roswell mansion.